Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I figured I'd do a recording speaking on, what my thoughts are as far as what to expect for the cycle top and just kind of what my predictions are going to be as far as how high Bitcoin can go and also the other major alts and just my general thesis on this cycle. It definitely has changed over time and there's a lot of conflicting theories out there. And by no means do I think I'm completely right. I'm sure there will be some sort of variation or things I get wrong along the way, but I have been around for a while and I do think I have a pretty good understanding of what to expect moving forward. You know, I don't think what we're currently seeing is the top. I do think we have time to go until we reach the peak. However, I do think that this cycle will be shorter than all the other cycles, and you can kind of argue what that means. I do think Q3 or even Q4 could be the top, but then, Q4 would be pretty standard. However, I just think by a few months or several months, the time frame will be shorter. I do think we have one more final blow off top, and then, if you're still holding, you should be definitely considering taking a lot of profits at that point and, hedging your bets. I think I'll make a future video about what my entries will be in the lows of the bear market, what I expect, and when I'll start deploying more capital, but that'll be a separate video. For this one, I just want to speak on, what I think the top is going to be and what my price predictions are. So without further ado, let's get into it. So right here, I have the Bitcoin US dollar chart pulled up, and, as you can see, I think this says a lot how we chop for a bit in a range, roughly 20-30% range for chop, and then we shoot up similar to what we did down here as well. Shot up, chop for a bit, shoot up, chop for a bit. Now I'm under the assumption that in the next month or two we'll see another explosive move up, and that's where I think we'll finally get the cycle top. I'm not really a fan of the theory that we're going to have two more of these and then the cycle will end. I'd rather play it safe, and I think that, here shortly in the next month or two, we'll shoot up, and then that'll be the top instead of shoot up, chop again, and then shoot up one final time. I don't think we're ready. I don't think the Bitcoin is established enough. I don't think there's enough major players in Bitcoin yet. I think it still needs to have its view on it change drastically. As of right now and how it's always been, it's seen as a risk on asset. I don't think we see the 500K 1 million plus Bitcoin until it's seen as a true hedge against the dollar, and currently I don't think that's what the macro view on it is. I think it's still classified as a risk asset similar to equities and stocks. I don't think the perception's changed enough to see it classified as like a gold or a precious metal. And I don't think we see those crazy high valuations until that whole view of Bitcoin has changed. And that will take time and it will happen, but I just don't think the world is ready for that yet. So I'm still playing it like it's a risk on asset. And I think we have one more blow off top until, that's the end of this run. I will be exiting the vast majority of my positions, probably 90% of all my holdings, if we see another blow off top in the coming months. I don't think it's worth risking one final move to take large profits. I think if you're in huge profits now, currently, and you haven't taken some, you're doing it wrong. And I think if we go even higher, another, 60% to 2x move from here, which I think would be the local top, somewhere between, 150 to 200, somewhere in that ballpark, I would suggest taking a lot off the table, and that's just my personal opinion. Now, so that's BTC, that's Bitcoin. Let's move on to Solana. As you guys know, if you see my channel, huge Solana guy. I've been trading in Solana on chain for years now. It's pretty much where I play around mostly. So I've been holding Solana since 2021. I've bought a bunch during the FTX crash and around the $20 mark as well. It's pretty much where all my entries were. I see a lot of people thinking that we're going to hit targets of 700 to 1,000 per Solana. I don't think that's the case. I don't think we're going to have this crazy alt run that people are expecting that we've seen in previous cycles. I do think you're going to see select few alts that are going to outperform Bitcoin by a lot, Solana included. I just don't think you're going to get these extreme, crazy evaluations that you've seen in previous cycles. Like, you're not going to see, the ETH $100 run to 4,100. I don't think you're going to see that in many altcoins this cycle. I don't think it's something that's going to be very common. So with that being said, my price target for Solana is probably around 400 to 500 and closer to 400, to be honest. I think next cycle is when Solana will really shine, assuming Firedancer launches and there's no other competitors, and you start seeing, Visa and MasterCard use Solana backend as their main component to their business, which would only be possible if Firedancer does launch and has the promised 1 million plus TPS. And also it's been around for several years at that point and has a proven track record of having no more issues, right? Because I know the big conspiracy is, or the FUD that Solana gets, is that it goes down a lot, which for the most part has been solved. However, even going down once a year is still an issue, right? And I don't think major companies worth trillions of dollars are going to bet their companies on that. So I don't think you see these crazy $1,000 plus evaluations of Solana until all those conditions have been met. That's kind of my thought process is, I think we see a good 100% move up from here, maybe a little bit more, but I don't think we're going to see the $700 to $1,000 Solana that you might read online or watch in other videos. But that's pretty much my thoughts for Solana. Now let's go to my other really big holding, which is Jupiter. All of my Jupiter that I hold and have in my wallet is free. It's all been airdropped from me using the actual platform, and I have a pretty large bag. I do think, my target for Jupiter is $3 to $5. I do think it is the, Uniswap of this cycle. All the on-chain activity is on Solana. All the trading is being done on Solana through Jupiter for the most part, other than some of it being through Raydium. So because of this, I think we'll see Jupiter, hit a 3 to 5x from here. I don't think that's unreasonable, especially if, the few altcoins that run, one of them is Solana. All the Solana beta plays will also follow, and usually in more multiples than Solana. So I don't think it's far-fetched to think Jupiter will be one of the bigger runners. I think we can look at it, but if we go to CoinMarketCap, I think if we go to Uni, we can kind of look at what I'm referring to. So we can go to Uniswap, go to all-time, go to market cap. So Uni all-time market cap was 22 billion. Now if we go to Jupiter, I think this can perform very similar. So all-time market cap was 3 billion, which would be like a 7x from here. I think that's kind of pushing it, to be honest. I don't really expect a 7x or 10x from Jupiter. I don't, especially with the supply and how it's still actively being airdropped. I don't think we'll see, a 10x plus in this price to match Uniswap's market cap. I think it's safe to say we'll see, a 10 bill valuation at most. But even so, that's kind of my price prediction. These are the three that I wanted to go over for the most part. And, you can look at all the other altcoins and kind of determine yourself. But I think the main player obviously is Bitcoin. I think the most important thing to take away from this video is I personally believe we have one last push, which could result in a 2x from here at most. And that's kind of where my head's at. I think, and I will be making videos during that time. So once we get up there, I'll be releasing when I'm liquidating my positions and things like that. But just for general awareness, I wanted to make this video to speak on the future. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm recording this video in advance because I won't be able to make a live commentary on Monday. So I'm gonna post this Monday instead. But expect another live trading update journal video on Tuesday and the rest of the week after Tuesday. So appreciate you guys watching. If you guys want to discuss prices in the comments or what you think is possible, feel free. I'll react to them and reply. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace.